Join me on one of Britain's prettiest long distance walks as I hike, climb, eat and sleep across 5 days of great adventure. It takes in all the best of the Lake District, majestic fells, mountain tarns, beautiful panoramic valleys and meeting some great people along the way. This is the Cumbria Way. So morning, it is 7:30 and we're in the Langdale, so I camped last night in the National Trust Great Langdale campsite. Beautiful campsite, tough day yesterday, had a fall, so I got a bit of a bruise, but yeah, all good. Finished off with a nice pie and a pint in the pub last night. Slept fairly well. The weather today is lovely, so I'm going to head off in the next hour or so and then head up towards Keswick, which is day 3 of the Cumbria Way. So I'm going to get another longish day, another 8 to 9 hours I would think. But yeah, so far so good. The only downfall from yesterday is I lost my selfie stick on my Insta camera. Don't know how that fell off, but it did. And I've also lost a sock somewhere between the toilet block and my tent, which I can't seem to find. So apart from that, just a normal trip with the Jurassic Ramble. Okay, I'm going to finish my cup of tea and we'll get going again. Catch you all later. So I've just left the National Trust Great Langdale campsite and I'm heading up to Keswick today. So another fairly lengthy day, another, I don't know, 27 kilometres I think it is. What you can see in front of me though is the Langdale Pikes, which is beautiful. Weather looks nice today. Over there is the Old Dungeon Gill Hotel, the pub where I was last night, and the path I believe is here. I think that's Bowfell in the distance there. So weather looks lovely today. So had a nice bacon butty, cup of coffee from the shop, and I'm ready to go. So, sweat's dripping off me. Beautiful weather today, and it's lovely walking through the base of the Langdale Pikes. Past a load of guys doing the DOE, which is great to see, although they were struggling, but they're not the only one. So we're going to head up to there, and then hopefully this is the hard bit of the day. The beauty of these walks, just turn around the corner, you have the most stunning views. Look at that, that is beautiful. So a good walk up Stake Pass, which is probably the toughest bit of the day, and that is beautiful. That must obviously be a bit of a descent now, so I better put the camera away. And there we go. We go straight down there, and I think there's the path. You just see it following the river. So I've just left Rothwaite, which was lovely. I stopped there for half an hour, had a lovely cold can of Coke, a huge slab of Victoria sponge cake, and then I don't know if the guy was feeling sorry for me, but I asked for a single scoop of ice cream and he, crikey almighty, good job I didn't ask for a double. So it was lovely, really nice. So I'm on the sort of the final push for today now, on day 3. So less rough weight, and I've got about 12k to do, which will take me into Keswick. I've got no phone signal, so I was going to try and find a campsite actually, and maybe go into Keswick for some food tonight. But I've got no phone signal, so it's going to take me about 3 hours, I think, to get into Keswick. Worst comes to the worst, though, I can always camp on Derwent Water. So you can see now, just walking along the shores of Derwent Water. So it's going to take me all the way up to Keswick. Hi lads, you building a raft? Yeah. So you can see in the distance there, that's where we're heading up round the corner there. A long day. So it's 7:30 and just packed up. This is looking out onto Derwent Water. It's like glass, although there is rain forecast. You can sort of see the campsite behind me, so it's a great campsite right on the lake. And I was just pitched just behind that green one there, so close to the shower blocks and stuff. Skidore in the background, which you can't see totally. So yeah, so day 4, and heading up to Colbeck today. So it's about 15 mile, I think. So I think apart from a couple of little up and downs, I think it should be fairly okay. Feet are bandaged up after yesterday. I'm feeling good. My tent stinks of damp and smelly socks, but apart from that, we're all good. So I'm gonna sign off, and let's get going. Catch you later. Ah. Hello, duckies. Quack, 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 quack. So just in Latrig Woods. It's almost like a canopy of trees, which obviously makes it quite humid. I'm already getting the sweat on. I do have my waterproofs on as well, which doesn't help. But yeah, this is pretty steep climb up here, I think. We're going to head up to the car park for Skidore, I think, which is a few miles up the top. So let's just, nice and easy. Always takes a couple of hours to get the legs going and the lungs pumping. I'll catch you at the top. So just looking back down on Keswick, you can see sort of there, and in the far distance is Derwent Water. So yesterday I would have traversed the lake this side into Keswick. So we're out of the woods now. So bit of fresh air and nice. I think the waterproofs will be coming off soon, so I am beginning to overheat. We're now in Gill Woods. It's 1 mile of paths to explore, which links to the adjacent Latrig and Brundholm woods. So we're coming up to about 1 o'clock, and looks like we've got another shower coming through. So I just stopped to put the waterproofs on. It feels as though it's not going to be a heavy one. There's some dark clouds up above, but there's a lot of brightness there, so I'm hoping it's just going to pass through. We are way over halfway. We're just basically following the river to my right. Very shortly I should reach the end of this path, hang a left, and then there's the last push up High Pike for today, and then the other side of that just descend down into Colbeck. So I reckon maybe another 2.5 hours, depending how this weather goes. Right, I'm gonna put the camera away, it's really coming down now. So I've just stopped off for a brew actually. Been pretty tough going actually today, certainly the last couple of hours, as we're slowly gaining height again up to High Pike, I think it is. So yeah, just stopped by a stream actually. I thought I'd make myself a nice brew, fill up the water bottles, and then we've got about, I think, 5, maybe 6k to go until we get to Colbeck tonight. So yeah, looking good. Tough day though again, the old feet are feeling it again, but it's good to know I'm not the only one. I've bumped into a few people who are all the same. So anyway, let's get this brew on and we'll talk later. So day 4 saw me leave Keswick and head north as we worked our way out of the northern fells to end up at Colbeck. Leaving Keswick, you basically come out of the town and go up the wooded hills of Latrig, which lies across fields. Quite steep up there actually, and I found it quite quite claustrophobic, I think, under the canopy of trees. Eventually though, you reach a Skiddaw car park, and from there the path climbs gently uphill, crosses a beck and a stream, and then basically just follows and skirts round, and then you've got some great valley views there where you'll have seen some of the drone footage that I took earlier. Really nice place to stop actually. Saw a couple of F1, I think they're F1 jets, fly through there as well as part of their, obviously their training. Carry on this route and you eventually end up at Skiddaw House, which is a fabulous little place to stop. It is a youth hostel, but they do have a open kitchen where you can go in and make yourself drinks, as long as you leave a donation. So I met some friends there from Yorkshire. They were all in there getting out of the weather. Leaving Skiddaw House, you basically just follow the river now, for quite a considerable amount of time actually. It's pretty easy walking along tracks. Nothing too strenuous, albeit that the weather didn't didn't favour me on this part of the journey. So basically you've got the Carrick Fells which are looming in front of you, and basically you would cross over a stone bridge over Grangegill Beck, which then takes you up into the old buildings of the Carrick mine. I stopped for a cup of tea here, continued to the very top, and this is where you're on the top of Great Lingy Hill with Lingy Hut visible, which is it's always open, the hut, and can offer comfort and shelter, should the conditions be less favourable up there. So I met a couple of guys there who had seen over the last couple of days. I think from leaving Lingy Hut, I decided with the weather closing in just to get to High Pike, which was the highest point of the day at 658 metres. I didn't stay too long at the top. There wasn't much to see with the weather, and quickly descended High Pike straight down the hill. Nice and gentle actually, easy paths, not too hard on the knees for someone like me, which is great. And then you basically just pick up some country lanes which go through Nether Row and will take you into Colbeck, where there is a campsite and a really fabulous pub if you want to get something to eat. The campsite is actually on the Cumbria Way as well, so it's a good option to stay there for the night. And that completed day 4. So day 5, it's just got 6 AM. Stayed at Colbeck camping last night, which is great. Nice little site, only £7.50. So yeah, and the pub is literally 2 minutes away as well, so it's quite nice. So I didn't even, when I finished the walk yesterday, I didn't even head to the campsite. I was so hungry, I just went straight to the pub. It was a bit of a sorry sight. I had a nice couple of pints and a curry there. It was good. Some guys who had met on the walk, group of 3 lads and 2 girls from Leeds. They were there and I'd seen them over the last day, and they asked me to join them, but it was very kind of them, but I just declined, because sometimes you just, one is I'm smelly, and 2 is sometimes you just need your own space at the end of the day, your own headspace. But all good anyway. So plan today is sort of leave about 7:30ish, about 7 hours to Carlisle, I think. I believe it's a bit of a trudge today, but just across fields, paths, cycle paths, all that type of stuff. So hopefully not too much physical exertion. It's just about getting the miles done. Yeah, it's good. So I really enjoyed it, the Cumbria Way. It's certainly a nice walk. Some things I'd probably do differently next time in terms of the kit and what I'd wore. Or maybe I'll do a separate video on that. But anyway, thanks for watching again. I'm just going to go and put brew on, get myself ready, and let's hit the trail for one last day. So we just started day 4, and the actual bridle path of the Cumbrian Way has been shut due to landslides further down the path. So I've had to come up through the forest, which is literally a squelch pool. Every step I feel as though my shoe's gonna remain in the mud. So I don't think it's added any extra distance, but it's certainly tougher under terrain. As paths go, if it was like this all the way, it'd be brilliant. Look at that. I love the neatness of the where that is there. It's beautiful. Look at that. That's almost like it's been measured. Oh, I love it. Lovely path, this. Lovely. As you can see, we're just show you the tennis grounds. We're just basically walking along the River Coldew. I've done it the last couple of miles, and there's a few more miles to go. This will take me into Dalston. I should be for lunchtime, so I'm going to stop, get a quick refreshment, something to eat. I'm not really eating today. And then we've got about, I don't know, 4 miles I think left into Carlisle, so probably an hour and a half to 2 hours at the very, very top, so I would think. So certainly feel as though we're on the home straight now. Probably the worst morning that I've had, just purely for the diversion of the path. It was horrible, just went across cow fields, awful, very muddy, awkward to actually find the path sometimes. Thank God I had OS maps. I haven't brought any paper maps out with me this time. This is a lot more pleasurable now, and just following the river. Pretty flat land on grass, so nice and kind on the feet, which are a little bit sore after, as you can imagine, 4.5 days walking. Yeah, it's coming up to 75 mile. Right guys, so we've got
Alice, Sean,
Lucian and James.
Right guys, so these legends have been doing the Cumbrian Way walk with us. They're a lot faster than me, and they've just kindly let me have a little bit of lunch with them. So it's great to meet these guys on the trail. So cool.
Thanks a lot. Cheers.
day, Cumbria Way done. Fabulous adventure, and what lovely weather to finish it in. Thanks for watching.